Welcome back, guys. Frame by frame. I'm going to do things a little bit different today. Instead of comparing two different wall walks, I'm just going to break me down and show you some points on the wall walks. See if we can glean some tidbits to help you with your wall walking. All right, so I'm starting at the bottom. Feet are flat against the wall. Hands are right outside my shoulders in that push-up position. You're going to notice that, I kind of warm up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to almost like a child's pose. And for the first rep, this doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I like doing it when I'm linking reps. And when I do it on one rep, it just is a function of when I link reps. And the reason, it just lets me relax my shoulders. If I'm down in the bottom, if I'm trying to do a bunch of reps, and if I stay in this position, it's just the shoulders are under tension a lot, right? You're squeezing, not in purpose, but you're in flexion with that shoulder. So I like to hang out right here just for a bit to kind of open up the shoulders, let them relax a little bit. Then I step. You're gonna see a different method of me getting up the wall on the next rep. But for this one, I just do one giant step. Like, notice how high that first step is. Really high, and then that other one is just following right beside it. Now, once both my feet are on the wall, now I'm gonna start moving my hands. What you're gonna notice is when I move my hands, this first step is not very far. All right? That's a relatively small step. And you're going to notice that when I make that step, when I move back here, look what my hips do. See how my hips shift over here? Right? We want that, right? So now we're putting all of that load, we're trying to load this joint, right? We're trying to be here. If I have if I'm broken in that shoulder joint, it's going to wear on me a lot more. So being able to put all that load vertically versus on a bent joint, it's going to be much more efficient on our movement. So now I'm going to take a much bigger step. So notice how small that step is, and then how big that step is, right? It's probably at least double, maybe 3 times the size of that step. And then you're going to notice, so this foot is here, my hips are on the opposite side, I'm moving this hand, but these hips are moving over to the side. And again, we have this straight line here. All right, and now big step right here, big step all the way to the wall, right? This is probably the same size as the first step with the right hand, right? So we got small step, big step, and now we're going to have a small step. And again, I'm still going to shift that weight, small step. And now I'm on the wall. You're going to notice that there isn't a lot of curve in my back. If we have a lot of curve in our back, if we have a lot of curve in our back, we're getting a lot of tension in our shoulders. We're putting a lot of stress on our shoulders and our upper back. We're either tired, or we're limiting, or we're missing some mobility. So then on the way out, I'm going to take some big steps. So big step, really big step, big step. So every time I do a wall walk, I'm always 4-3. Every time. So I'm going to come back up, hit that child's pose. This time, you see how I kind of hop up the wall? Hop, a little bit different. But my hands do exactly the same thing. Small step, big step, big step, small step. Small, big, small. And then when I get through, again, look at the back. This is probably even better back position. Straight up and down. You don't see a lot of lumbar curve here. You don't see a lot of extension in the spine. Really good. And then on the way down, step, step, step. We want straight lines. Straight lines are strong lines. If our arms are constantly bent, if our shoulders constantly bent, it's going to put a lot of load on those limbs, and you're going to burn out faster. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, if you want me to break down your specific wall walk, shoot me a message and I'll break it down. I love doing it. Cheers, guys.